It looks like Samsung is cheating on space zoom moon photos. Well, cheating, I mean, everybody, I don't think they were even lying about it. Were they? Like, it's a...
Yeah, it's a bit confusing because it originated in this Reddit post.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fake. They always have been, right? It's using some fancy behavior to...
Samsung claims that it's using AI and not like Huawei, where they're just replacing the high-res photo or the photo with the high-res image.
It's Photoshop live. That's what it is. It's Photoshop live.
It's
happening
like using
live.
AI and like sharpening it, you know?
Well, it's taking its best guess at how it will look, where the resolution should be. Reddit user iBreak Photos discovers a Samsung Space Zoom simply replaces the user's moon photos with higher res images of the moon through a clever testing process. It isn't computational photography. It's inserting imagery that simply isn't there. Yeah. It's taking, well, as you can see in this example,
look at the color of it too.
The spots on the moon, it is trying to locate in the same location as the original image. Right? The spots are identical on this full moon here. This has 9 million views over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's replacing it. I thought this was well known. And honestly, the equipment you would need to recreate the moon in the fashion that Samsung is pulling off via this technique would be enormous. It would never happen in your phone.
Yeah, so they have to use some sort of AI trickery.
Oh, there's definitely trickery going on. So anyway, I guess the troublesome part is that maybe this isn't articulated to the general public and they would want to know. But yeah, I already knew this, so this is not a surprise to me at all. Let's read the conclusion part from the Reddit post. The moon pictures from Samsung are fake. Samsung's marketing is deceptive. It is adding detail where there is none. In this article, they mention multi-frames, multi-exposures, but the reality is it's AI doing most of the work, not the optics. The optics aren't capable of resolving the detail that you see. Definitely not. Since the moon is tidally locked to the Earth, it's very easy to train your model on other moon images and just slap that texture when a moon-like thing is detected. Now, Samsung does say no image overlaying or texture effects are applied when taking a photo because that would cause similar objects to share the same texture patterns. If an object detection were to be confused by the scene optimizer, which might technically be true, you're not applying any texture if you have an AI model that applies the texture as part of the process, but in reality, and without all the tech jargon, that's happening. It's a texture of the moon on top of the moon. If you turn off Scene Optimizer, you get the actual picture of the moon, which is a blurry mess. To further drive home my point, I blurred the moon even further and clipped the highlights, which means the area which is above 216 in brightness gets clipped to pure white. There's no detail there. You just get a white blob. I zoomed in on the monitor showing that the image. And guess what? Again, you see slapped on a bunch of detail, even in the parts that I clipped, meaning that it couldn't have really learned anything from the clipped portions because there is no data there. If you've ever blown out an image, you realize that that's the elimination of data in that section. So you can see at some point here, I'm sure the overlay takes place. Snap the photo. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's tons of fancy trickery going on. And what is the difference in the long run? I don't know.
And why do people take pictures of the moon so much?
I don't know. The whole thing is a little bit complicated.
Just grab a photo on the internet.
The whole thing is a little bit complicated. I agree with you, but I don't know. Well, maybe they want to remember where they were,
like.
where they were when they saw that moon. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Once again, you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah. I'm confused as well.
I mean, it is like a party trick, sort of, maybe. Maybe it's just a party trick. You're out with some people, you're camping or something, and
it's
you're
like, look what my phone can do.
Maybe you just want to zoom up on the moon and be like, you ever look at the moon? I mean, really look at the moon, man. And then the person's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And they're like, let me pull out my space zoom. And then just start zooming in. And they're like, whoa, my iPhone can't do that. And you're really like, it doesn't really matter how you did it. It's a cool trick to pull off. Even if like the software is doing it in such a quick fashion that it's kind of a cool trick to pull off, but that's about it,
Sure.
as far as I can tell.